Hello everybody, welcome back to the Realm of Vasten. Oh man, we're back here again at the Poison Potato Farm. It's a patron build for Andy Days. Thank you so much for your support. And so I just want to show you where we are. We're right outside, well, it's not a rendering in, but the End Temple, which is a massive structure. And we are right here. This is the building I've been working on. So I've been doing a little bit of stuff off camera here. I just want to bring you and show you sort of what we're doing before I do a bunch more building off camera. You know how it is. And I just kind of detailed up the roof, messed it up a little bit, made it look a little bit better. There's still some more messing up and stuff that I want to do, but this is just sort of the preliminary stages. If you're wondering what's in this building, if you look, this is a light blue, well, it's called a blue orchid farm, I suppose, but it's the simplest thing ever. I actually figured it out myself. That's how simple it is. So this is going to be a field of blue orchid that I think is going to be really cool, but I want to do some doctoring up to this house. But before we get back to that, let me bring you down here and show you what I've been doing out here. So some stuff has gone down here. I planted all the potatoes, and also I started some of the sort of this detailing and stuff, so it makes it look like I'm housing this in. We're gonna get to this in all good time, but for right now it looks like there's a little bit more of just the cobblestone that I need to detail up here. So I'm gonna work on that, and then I'm gonna come back over here and work on this top of the house, because I have an idea for this house. I think it's going to be kind of cool. So what we're going to do is I'm going to build this up. Well, why don't we do just a little bit of this together? So I'm going to build this up, you know what, actually, let's just do that. I can't see any need, since we have the lossless recipe for the wood versus what's it called, bark, or what, logs. Jeez, that's the word. Okay. So I'm thinking that we do something along these lines. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 6. I think that'll be a good number. And then after we go that, we're going to bring in the walls, and then I'm just going to throw a roof over this. That's going to be, again, with this roof, and it'll be, well, it's going to be very similar to what you're seeing here on, but this is not the cool part. The cool part is going to be what happens next, and I think I got a good feeling of that, of what it's going to be. So let me throw on this, these walls and this little roof. Looks like it's time to go to sleep as well, and then I'll come right back and bring in for the next stage. So what do you think? This is kind of my idea. My idea is going to be to get back to the blue orchid growing sort of fields, or whatever you want to call it. There's going to be this thing. It's going to be a little walkway over here, and then there's going to be like a tower right here. Not a big tower, not a giant tower, but just something that's going to make this look a little bit nicer, because I wasn't really in love with this building thus far. So I think you know, I have a saying that I always say: whenever you're not sure about a build, just add more blocks. It always works. So that's kind of what I'm doing, basically, is I'm just adding more blocks to what's going on here. I think it's going to be good. So the best thing to do probably is going to be lay out this tower. Now I could go circular and make it interesting, because since this building's so square, circular would probably be better, but I don't think I'm going to do it. Instead, I'm going to go square, and the reason why I'm going to go square is because I think that I don't want to put that amount of detail into this area, because I think this area should look kind of broken down. In fact, actually, I'm looking at that building. This building needs to be broken down a little bit more. We'll do that in good time. But first, let's bring back this enough that I can actually build here, and then we're going to talk about it too. The other nice thing about this is going to go right up to this area right here. So we're going to be able to have a walkway that's going to force people through here, so these people can keep an eye and see if anyone's checking out their poison potato area over there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 blocks. Let's go 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness, perfect. Okay, right to the water. Cool. 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. I'll landscape around this later on, but that's okay. And also, obviously, it should be obvious saying we're not going to use all stone brick here. This is just we'll use a hodgepodge sort of little mess up sort of thing here, as we do sort of in this area. So a lot of cobblestone. I think it's cool. I don't think it needs to be like a gradient or anything. I think it could just look like it's pretty ramshackle. In fact, the next thing to ramshackle up is probably going to be this area here, and make this a little bit better, because right now it's pretty boring, and then we're going to have to add some leaves and all that kind of stuff. So let's do a tower. I'm going to try to do a straight tower. It's something I never do, but what I'm going to attempt to do here is we're going to build I'm just going to build straight. I'm just going to build straight walls. And while I'm laying down a couple of blocks, let me just tell you something I just found out about not too long ago on Twitter. One of my buddies, I want to say it was Cloutos, I'm not totally sure, but linked that there is no planned 1.15 development on Replay Mod coming. We're still currently in 1.14 for just another like day or two. I'm not sure exactly what day I'm going to be able to sit down and really do sort of the server admin side of this, where we really get all together, because that's not instant. It's going to take a little bit of time, but yeah, unfortunately there is no planned development for Replay Mod. So what that means is we're going back to sort of the camera account for time lapses, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, everyone will be, basically, unless you refuse to update your server, which is obviously that's not something that we're even going to talk about. We're always trying to stay with the, you know, the latest stable release in Minecraft and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it does seem like things are going to change for a lot of people. I know a lot of people have been relying on well, a lot of the Replay Mod, honestly, in their videos and stuff. So times are going to be changing. That's for sure. But let me put down this stuff. I need to put a floor. That's just going to make detailing out the walls just a wee bit easier. And then we'll come back and talk about this tower in just a bit. I find when you're building that you're always looking for a way to add depth and add dimension to builds. Lighting, I find, is one of the absolute best ways, I think, to do that. So one of the things I'm doing right here is I'm adding in depth. Now, the only tricky bit is going to be right here, but we're going to add in hanging lanterns, I think. And I think this is going to be a great place to do it. And how it's going to be, this one side is going to be a little bit weird. Let me show you here. One way that we're going to do it is I've been adding in color. I've been adding in some of these things. See how the build's starting to come together? I think it's okay. Now, if I want to bring in lighting, I think the way I'm going to do is I'm going to hang down lanterns. So let me come over here. I think I'm fairly confident. I'm fairly sure that I have some materials. Why don't we grab a little bit? I know folks like the building on camera. I talk about way too much, don't I? Yes, I do. Okay. Let's see here. You know what I'm looking for? I need some oak or some dark oak fences. That is maybe enough. And let's see what we're going to do here. I'm going to go over here. I know that I know I cooked up some iron. I bet there's some in this chest right over here. Boy, oh boy, when creeper damage goes away in 1.15 here, it's going to be painful. It's going to be painful for me because, man, I am not you. Oh, there. See that? I am so not. I mean, I'm sorry. When the immunity from creeper damage goes away, it's going to be painful because, man, I'm very much in the habit of not being scared of those dudes. Okay, let's do that. And I think I'm actually going to need one more here. Let's do that. Where is it? Where's it? Okay, how about if I just make it on my own? Then fine. I don't need help. I can do it all by myself. I'll do it live. Okay, here we go. Ready? So let's try this. Let's see how this feels. We're gonna hang this down. Maybe another one, or even, you know what? Maybe even another one. Let's try that and see. Oh yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be so. We're gonna hang these sort of off kilter, right? Like not always the same. Something like this. Maybe even another one. Now I'm gonna have to make more fences, but let's see how that looks. Okay, so by hanging those little arches out, I think I'm adding a lot to the build. Now, yeah, yes, I still don't even have like windows and stuff like that in, but I'm just coming up with some interesting designs here that I think are going to be pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Now, let's talk windows since we're here. One of the easy ways to do windows would be, for example, something like this, and then maybe something like this, right? I mean, that's pretty standard, but I think that is boring, and it's not very swamp-like. Since we're looking for kind of a ramshackle look, I like what I did over here. Now, this one had to be up a little bit because that's where I put the farm. Not a big deal there, but I think what I'd rather do is do something along these lines. So let's see how that looks. It looks like the wall's falling apart, and instead of fix it, they just like threw in fence or something, you know? I think that's a cool look. Maybe up here we could just go regular, something like that. Yeah, I think that's cool. So, and then this is going to look even better once we add some leaves in and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's do this. Oh man, oh, I really like it. Oh, I need more fence. Okay, anyway, you see what I'm going for? I think it's going to be very cool. I came up with kind of a cool idea for a railing sort of idea. I don't think it's one that I've ever done before. It's certainly not new to the world of Minecraft, but I think it might be new to me. And it's just this. So I wanted this to be pretty open air, and I think this is going to do the trick. So one fence and then 2 trap doors. Like, go along here. I think it's kind of cool. I thought about flipping them up and do something like that, but I don't want it to be so boxed in, you know. I think this is just going to be a better look in general to get across into this area, which I see I'm going to have to address, but that's okay. We will do that. We'll do that all in good time. I'll do that definitely before the next thing that we do. But yeah, I think this will be cool. I want to wrap this part up, and then I want to go out and take a look at it and show you the sort of progress on this. It's not been a lot of progress, but I think it's a little bit, and you know, I'm trying to bring you along for the journey. So this I'm gonna have to throw a roof on that, and let's take a look. What do you think of that? The beginnings of this, it's turning out okay. Obviously, we need some windows, some detail up in there, but it's starting to be kind of nice. I think I'm gonna want to go a wooden, mostly roof situation up there. I think I see you in there, skeleton, at my farm. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It looks very swampy. It's gonna look really swampy with a bunch of leaves and vines and all that kind of stuff going on. But yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there for sure. So in building, this is something that I am always attempting to do. I want to put in a log right here, because I want to go up here like kind of like that, right? I want to bring all these up to logs, and this is going to be the beginning of the roof area. But see that texture? I don't like that. I don't like how these two textures are right beside each other. So I think what I want to try is I want to try something like this. Now I'll show you where the problem is going to be. The problem is if I do something like this as just a tiny little overhang, which maybe we'll hang lanterns on, maybe not. The problem is going to be right here. So what do you do about that? Sometimes I'll just do something as simple as this, because what that does is that masks that texture change really nicely, and then we could always do, you know, if I want to do, we could do, even if we don't hang lanterns, that's actually just kind of a nice look. And it's not super detailed. It looks a little bit sort of ramshackle. I think it's a good look. I think in general this is going to be really good, and this is going to allow us to move up, right? This is going to allow us to move up with the next stage of this very easily. So what we'll do is we'll do something along these lines, and then we can bring this up, I don't know, like 4 or 5, and throw a roof on something like that. I might do like sort of that 4 gable roof that I do fairly frequently in the end here, maybe something like that, because that's what I did down the bottom there. I think it might look kind of nice, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to probably play around with a few different things and just kind of figure out what works the best. But I think this is a cool look, and then we can run around and add fences to the bottom of it here in just a little bit. So let me see if I can figure out what I want to do with the roof. I'm not really sure. Did I nail it? Did I nail exactly the right amount of stairs? I did. Now I need way more stairs, but okay, cool. All right, well, let's see what's next. Yeah, this is definitely the peak that I want to go with. I want to go with this 4 peaked roof. I think it's going to be really good, and I think I'm going to mix it up. Instead of go dark oak on the trim and then the sort of stone mixture on the outside, I'm going to do the opposite, and I think it's going to be better. So let's just fill this in. I thought we could maybe fill this in together. So let's fill this in right here, something just like this, and then we'll add the trim, and then should have a good idea of how this tower is going to look. And the other thing I have to figure out is what sort of walls we're going to put on this on the upper part of this tower, because I'm doing dark oak here, I can't do wooden walls. It'll look too much. So I was actually kind of thinking it might be cool to do like white walls maybe, but that might not be that swampy. So I'm not really sure what the best thing to do is now. I'd really like to have a block here. So let me see. Do I have a waste block? Yeah, cobblestone. Okay, so let's do this. Throw it there and then get rid of that. Okay, and then we're just going to try to do a mixture while we go. This is not the usual way that I feel that comfortable building, but we'll try it and see. Over here, something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do I need a block down there. Okay, let's throw like this here, and then that, and then, oh man. Okay, so building on camera. Okay, let's try this and that, something along those lines. Now I could come right around. Maybe I should. In fact, actually, I totally should, because that's gonna make building that so much easier. Okay, let's do that. That'll be fine. Something along these lines. Come right over here. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this on here. You know what? We're gonna do open air. I'm looking at this right now. I don't want walls up there. I like it. I like it open. We're just gonna leave it open. Put a little bit of lighting up there. Maybe right on that like slab on the corner. There's two of them. That's okay. Something along those lines. I think it's cool. I think it looks like it's been, built and repaired a few hundred times, and I think it's gonna be awesome. Okay. So that is solid. We need to add some windows over to that building, and then we need to leafify this place and make it look overgrown as what I think of it as. And then I think we're in a good place. So then we got to plant this field, and that is going to take a few minutes. Hey, okay, let me break now, and basically we'll finish this. Okay, we'll finish this, and then we'll come back and wrap up this part of the build. All right, I did a lot of building, and it's right behind me. I'm going to show it to you here in just 1 second, but first, I want to swing over to Dom's little player base that he's been working on. It's a flower farm. It's something that we desperately need in the realm, and it's awesome to have. It's going to be, we have so many dyes, and I think we should go do that now. So why don't we go over and say hi to Dom, and then we'll come back, and I'll show you what all I did over here, okay? Hey, Dom, how's it going?
Hey, Fix. How's it going?
Well, good. So we're both on at the same time, which is rare. And I thought, hey, this is a perfect chance to check out your base and what you're doing, because you're doing something that we desperately need in the realm for dyes and all that kind of stuff. Do you want to take all of my YouTube friends here along for the journey and show us what you're doing?
Sure. So you're kind of almost there. It's just a little bit further up ahead on this path.
Nice.
And if I can figure out how to run. This bridge is kind of temporary. I don't know if I want to keep this or I want to loop the path around this lake, because I kind of like this lake here.
It is nice, yeah.
I feel like the bridge kind of takes away from the size of it, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, I can see both sides of that. Like a really nice bridge could be cool, or going around it and get the scenic view could be cool as well.
Right, but nice. You kind of start to enter this, I guess, small town here that I've got going on, and this is kind of turning out to be some sort of Asian style type of build, and I've never really done this before, so I'm kind of pleased with it either way.
Nice. Yeah, this
and is so you're kind of standing in an area here where I'm going to be probably putting a dye farm, just to kind of take all the flowers from the flower farm area and just be able to bring them over here and just convert them over to dye if necessary.
Right.
And it's turning to. Better find a bed.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. As soon as I see the sun start to go down, I run in fear. I've been in the end, Dom. You don't understand. I've been in the end for like weeks and months almost. So I'm so scared of the overworld because there's no fear in the end. You're like just trucking. Everything's cool.
Right. I'm
not here. I see like skeletons and zombies. I mean, I died to a regular skeleton yesterday because I'm so out of practice.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, this is cool. I actually forgot this was a thing. The pink birch leaves in this biome. What biome is this?
Yeah.
Flower forest.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I noticed that was here too, and I said, you know what, I'm going to try to utilize this since I've not really done that before.
Yeah.
And this whole entire project is really challenging me as a whole, just because I don't really mess with the flowers that much either, except for redstone. But over here is basically the entire flower farm.
Look at this, guys. This is what we so desperately need. Like, we don't have this anywhere. This world is like 3.5 years old, and we don't have a flower farm. This is amazing. Yeah. So anytime you want, and because this is a personal base, there's fast travel here. So anytime you want, you can just come right out here, and you throw bone meal. What do you do? Throw bone meal in here?
Well, so this whole side over here with the labels and stuff, that's the sorting system. So this will sort out all the flowers. And then there's 2 on here that this farm will not produce, of course, because one is only found in the swamp, and the other one's only found when a wither kills a mob or something.
Oh, right, yeah.
And this will also produce bone meal, and it's also protecting the server, because if it ever does overflow, it'll just eliminate all the extra stuff.
Oh, that's great.
So this side over here is basically the actual production side, and you have a choice of either just dumping in bone meal to the bone meal chest and it'll start to automatically do its thing, or you can dump stuff into the compostables chest and it'll run it through a composter and create bone meal and then cycle everything.
Oh, wow. So you could come with like a whole stack of like pumpkins or something and it'll work.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But this also is running automatically all the time, because above this there's actually a melon farm, which will then decompose. It'll break all the melons and then run it through the composter chest, and then it'll actually just produce stuff even if people aren't necessarily using the farm.
Oh, that's so cool.
But it's at a low rate where it won't harm the server either. It won't really cause lag or anything, because it's only just like about 7 melons right now that are being pushed into that system. So it's not heavy duty, but we can always upgrade it if necessary.
But just like the whole time this is running or loaded, the whole time these chunks are loaded, it's just rolling. That's such a cool idea.
Yeah.
Well, dude.
So no matter what, if people need dye or flowers, it's going to happen.
So you don't need to actually do anything. You just throw bone meal right in this chest, and then, of course, I don't have any here.
Yeah, I've got some stuff I could probably toss in the composter here, and hopefully we'll see at least cycle 2 or 3 times. So it's going to run it through the composter. It'll turn it to bone meal, and then it'll cycle this farm as soon as if it reaches the bone meal limit.
Oh my goodness! Oh, you're so brilliant, and it just did it.
Yeah,
just like that.
Yeah, and then it just collects it and puts it through the sorting system.
How are you so smart? How do you know how to do everything? This is amazing.
Well, I don't know. There's far more technical things that I'm not even capable of. So I can't,
yeah, I mean, there's some technical things I'm also not capable of. anything further than like a lever is beyond my knowledge. But wow, this is awesome. Well, everybody, go check out Dom's. Dom's rebranding your 3 channels. So Dom, I don't think I've had you on since you rebranded yourself. So you split your main channel into 3 different channels. You want to tell the folks what those are?
Yeah, so originally there was just the main gaming channel, and it was just everything on one channel. And then I noticed that things needed to kind of separate, a little bit. So I decided to create a Fallout only channel, and then I decided to also do a Minecraft only channel. So we've got Quantum Gaming, but then we have Quantum Fallout and Quantum Minecraft.
Nice.
And so far things are rolling along nicely. Cool. And it's going pretty good.
Well, I'm gonna have all 3 of those channels linked. Dom's a great content creator, and by the way, one of my very favorite channels on all of YouTube, which is where he goes to the actual Capital Wasteland, like in real life, and compares it to the game. It's super cool. It's like it should be on TV. It's so well done and well produced and everything. Check it out. It's on Dom's channel. But yeah, thanks for the little show run. Thanks for building us a flower farm too.
Not a problem. I'm having fun actually.
How about that, Dom? What a guy, right? Great builder, great dude. Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad for starting this YouTube thing a few years back, just to get to meet people like Dom. Great content creator. If you haven't subscribed to all 3 of his channels, please go do so. You won't regret it. I promise you. Awesome builder, awesome lands. Well, you'll check out. Go check out his series. I love all of his series. And they're great. But anyway, this is what I've been working on. So Andy, this is for you. Thank you so much for your patronage. And this is your patron build. Got a little overboard. Now I'm going to come back because I have some things done to do here. But look, I did a little storage house over here. This thing over here. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool looking build. Hopefully everyone likes it. That's just the storage room over there. And yeah, these are the blue orchid fields. Pretty cool, right? Pretty good. What I'd love to do is have custom trees and all that kind of stuff, but I have a plan for that. We're going to come back to this area soon. At some point soon, we're going to come back to this area and really check it out. Do I have any more bone meal? I do. Oh, that's not bone meal. What? 4. There we go. Anyway, yeah, we are going to come back to this area at some point and do some work. But what do you think? This is not bad, right? This is not shabby for a build. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like the episode. No lore today. I kind of did my lore already on this area, but I'm writing a really big lore segment. It's going to be a story, and I hope you like it. It's just going to be basically a fireside chat with me. We're going to tell a story that it happens in this world, and it's introduce a whole bunch of lore, juicy stuff. So that's coming. Lore of Vasten is coming back in story format. Okay. All right. Love you guys all. Thank you so much for coming by the channel. Really do appreciate it. Let's get the sugar cane out for the screenshot. Okay. Really do appreciate it very much. I'll see you in 115. We're upgrading probably tomorrow. Okay. See you then. Bye, everybody.